didn't know there was an office here.
Yeah.
Okay. But most of the time there's nobody in here.
No, I don't think so. Sometimes it gets used, sometimes it doesn't.
Okay, all right. Because first time today I crossed in here, there was more people, some kind
Yeah,
of
we
meeting.
had a meeting in here, so it was free. So we used it, and I ended up staying in because it's nice and peaceful.
Okay, all right.
What's your name?
Amadeu, I'm in room 10.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. You are
I'm Eleanor, and I'm from Spear.
from Spear.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a feeling I saw you before, probably downstairs.
Yes, I think so. I've been here quite a few fair times, yeah.
Okay, where do you come from?
As in my nationality?
Yeah.
My dad is from Barbados and my mother is white, so I am mixed. British and Barbados, yeah.
Okay, because I was wondering that you'd be some kind Asian, Far East, Indonesian.
Yeah, a lot of people say that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately not.
Unfortunately, why you say that?
Oh, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? It's very exotic.
Barbados is not so exotic.
Barbados is lovely. I'm not going to say it isn't. Have you ever been?
No, I met some people from there about a couple of years ago, about 8 years ago, 10 years ago, something between.
It is a very lovely. It's very small. It's not very big.
Exactly.
You can probably
Yeah.
walk around it in a day.
I met a family. It was just actually mother and daughter, and then
Yeah.
daughter was quite beautiful. Then she disappeared. I heard she was visiting Wales. Then she met a Welsh guy and married him. Until
And now
today,
it's
she's
in Wales.
still there. But yeah, mother is originally from Barbados. She's tall and skinny. The daughter is a little bit shorter, probably my size, or probably slightly taller, and a little bit more robust. So that's
Very nice.
that's the only family from Barbados I
Yeah,
remember to know them.
Yeah, I'd like to go there because I'm sick of the rain here. No, I am.
Yeah, it's very unstable. We have 1 or 2 weeks of Barbados summer, and suddenly we have but I am not surprised because after a heat wave, someone who knows a little bit how works the water cycle.
It needs to cool down a bit, doesn't it?
Exactly. So much water being evaporated, it has to come back down to earth. So that's why in Germany I found this. I lived there 1.5 years, and the summer was a little bit like that. So a heat wave for 2 or 3 days. The third day was not end yet, and then a thunderstorm was coming. Yeah, and many times that thunderstorm, which was not exactly local, was actually extra regional. It caused some floods in 2005 when I arrived there. There was a lot of floods, mostly on the border where are the rivers, the Rhine River and other subsidiaries. And even my sister was worried. She called me and said there's a lot of people losing their places because of the floods. Are you being affected? No, because where I live is a little bit, about 700 meters high in the Bavaria area. So there was a lot of rain. There was a river not far, but we didn't see any floods. But I could notice, I can't remember the name of the river. It was one of the subsidiaries of the Don River. Yeah, it was the current, the flow was really strong. I was driving. I was driving over the bridge and looked down, and I can't swim anyway, but even if I was a good swimmer, I probably wouldn't survive it. It was really strong because
Well, at least we don't have it that bad in England, but
and that's the thing.
always a worry, isn't it?
We are more prepared for floods. Generally speaking, and they are more prepared for snowstorms. When there is a snowstorm here, everything stops because we're not prepared.
You can't function.
Exactly, we're not prepared. In there, they are prepared because by 5 o'clock, or even around 5 o'clock, you hear the snow cleaner, a truck, scratching the. Yeah, we don't have that, but at 5 o'clock we hear that noise already. So if we leave at 5 o'clock, many Germans wake up at 5 to start at 7. They drive sometimes 1 or 2 hours because the road network is excellent. Cars are cheap there. petrol is also very
good, yeah.
cheap, so the economy moves on. And it's typical to find overcrowded motorway at 6 o'clock already, without stop and goes, moving at 70, 60 miles an hour, within the speed limit, but full. I remember I was still waking up in the car. My team leader was driving and I was in the back seat and looked up and, well, where are we? Well, we're not in Munich yet. We are not in Munich yet. We are reaching Munich, but it was full of traffic and he was driving about 75 miles an hour. Yeah, so that's the thing. The country functions very, it's very well organized for this kind of climate phenomena, weather phenomena. But for the floods, they are not so prepared. Mostly the riverside areas.
Oh, I know.
Big rivers like the Rhine River in the south, in the border of with Switzerland. Yeah, they were affected. There was a summer camping there, and I saw the pictures and all the campers washed out by the flood. I didn't see any people. They were taken away too. So yeah. So I'm gonna leave you alone. I know you're busy. Yeah, it was nice to talk because sometimes I'm not a kind of person to speak a lot, and I choose very well the person with who I establish.
Well, I feel privileged. Thank you.
Sorry.
I feel privileged.
Yeah, well, it's something rare. Sometimes the staff I speak. Last week there was here a short girl from Zimbabwe. I can't remember. Tanya. Tanya. Zania. Yeah, I thought it was Tanya. She told me she was Tanya. He's a short one from Zimbabwe.
It might be. I know there's Zena from Zimbabwe. She's short.
Yeah, maybe it's the same one. Maybe she says Tanya instead of Zena.
Maybe she uses the same name.
Yeah, we have a 10-minute conversation about Zimbabwe itself because it was reached in the time that the British were there. Then they kicked out all the white farmers. So that's the thing. How can I say? I would condemn racism because it's not acceptable. But sometimes the real racists are not exactly us, the white ones. The fact that we allow millions of them coming from Africa, from Asia, from the Caribbean, etc., to come and settle here, and some of them didn't born here and they are British already, means that we are not that racist. But sometimes I see that the racism comes mostly from the people who complain about it. In Zimbabwe, the racists are the local ones. Most of the politicians, like Robert Mugabe, was the worst. He refused to be part of the first government, the transition government, because a white man born in Zimbabwe was there. I think it was something Smith. And that man, Smith, had to leave the country and exile in South Africa because he was not accepted there. Because he was white, but he was born there. So he was Zimbabwean, you understand? And that's the thing. Just like you were born here, no, you're born here. You're born here, your skin is different, but you are English. So you have all the rights the English have, you understand? And many people who are born here and their parents are Nigerian or from other countries, they have the same rights. We cannot complain about those ones, you understand? But in Zimbabwe and other local countries, they had that situation. I remember a movie. I remember a movie called, because South Africa actually has a similar problem now. They want to kick out all the white farmers there. So that's the thing. And that people, they don't realize that the knowledge they have, and the experience they have in their field is important. It's crucial for the local economy. Kicking them out is causing damage to their own economy because the ones who remain there, the locals, sometimes they don't know how to manage because they were not taught. My country had a similar problem because we had a dictator and the country was ruled for about 40 years by the elites. And then During that period, there was no political opposition. The elections were rigged. There was a time a guy called Umberto Delgado, actually has an airport with his name now, the main airport. He was a general, and he said, when in front of the TV cameras, an old lady asked him, what you're going to do with the current dictator? And he said, I will obviously dismiss him. So the dictator was going to be kicked out if that man was winning the election. So that man lost the elections because during those elections, even dead people for more than 20 years, they voted. They didn't come out from the grave to vote. You understand? So there was obviously.
You guys got any washing in there?
No, I'm not. I don't have anything there.
Is Rick in?
So,
Is Rick back?
I don't see him for many days.
No.
I think he's gone already. And most of the guys here that I knew were gone. I think the only one remaining is Chris, number 9. I don't know all the others. I think all of them are gone. So I'm sorry about that.
Oh man, no worries.
Yeah, and then what I was saying, I lost the trail. So it's in my country then. So Portugal.
Portuguese.
Yeah, and we have a dictatorship, so the allies were ruling the country, privileged people, not everyone. And there was no political party, there was no opposition. The elections were just a farce. As I said, that no election, the general lost because the dead people voted for the other one, and then he had to run from the country, run away to Spain, and he was murdered in Spain. And his body was dissolved in acid sulfuric. So to see how working in my country, it was totalitarian and brutal, actually, the regime in there. So many Portuguese immigrated, millions of them, to France, Switzerland, to England, many to America, others to Brazil. Was a big mistake because Brazil gone down in the economy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's also America actually, and then the main politicians were the opposers. They have to run from the country too, and they one exiled in France, another one was exiled in Romania because he was communist, and a few more exiled in other countries, one gone to Brazil, etc. Then there was a war against the colonies because everybody gave independence to the colonies. Our dictator didn't, was a big mistake, right? He could give independence and secure contracts for exploring the resources for the Portuguese companies. He didn't do that, he wanted everything. And when someone wants everything, he loses everything, and that's exactly what happened. So he died during the war, he had a stroke, and then his replacement was following exactly the same political line, but the army was not happy because they were losing a lot of people. They were losing a lot of privileges, including bonus in their wages. They were going down. So they decided to put the government down. But the big problem was, since the government gone down and the dictators or the remaining of the dictatorship were allowed to exile in Brazil, the new politicians, the exiled ones from the opposition, were not ready to rule the country because most of them, there was only one political party organized that was a communist, but most of them were analphabetic people, with the exception of the leader, who was a lawyer. I think he had a course of law, but he had been exiled in Romania and Russia for a long time, so he had no idea how to rule a country in an open economy, how Portugal has been. So the Americans were afraid that Portugal become communist. They were asking the Spanish to invade Portugal and seize it. So the American ambassador there said, no, we control the communists. The CIA has a lot of infiltrated people. Our CIA is having them under control. There is that rhetoric, but it's just rhetoric. In practice, it's not going to happen. So what happened? The country was in chaos for many years. we had to go twice to the IMF to loan money because our finances were depleted. Destroyed. First by the war with the colonies, and then by the corruption, because the new ones, they had no idea how to rule the country, and many of them took advantage of
Are you
that.
going back in?
Please.
You want the keys? That's all right, no worries. How do you go?
Yeah, they
I have
took
a meeting.
They took advantage of that ignorance, and they stole the whole
Hiya.
country.
Oh yeah, you alright?
Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
And that's how Portugal ended up a very poor country as it is today. So when many immigrants...
It's a nice place to holiday though.
For holiday only. I was there a couple of months and I was rushing to come back because I was sick of it. But
Take
for
care.
holidays it's okay.
Have a lovely day.
Have a nice to speak to you too. Bye bye.